Hey, you beautiful big heads, it's your boy Zacho, and welcome back to some more Alchemy Stars. I've been MIA. It's still hard to talk a little bit. Um, for those who remember me stating it, yeah, I have a fragile mouth, which caused me to get sores and things in my mouth. Skin rips easily, stuff like that. The first batch healed, and I thought it was good, but then a second wave of them came, and there were many, um, many of them. So, yeah, it hurt to the point where I couldn't really talk or open my mouth unless like completely necessary, like for eating. And even eating, I was in extreme pain, like literally mouth shaking, tears in eye, shit like that. But I can talk again. They're not healed. I got some stuff that helps with it. I lathered it all over in the inside of my mouth. Like I can talk again. Like it's not numbing it by no means, but like it's healed enough now after these past few days where I can talk again. So I'm not no longer doing this to people around me. This is what I used to do. Like like what do you call that? Murmuring? I don't know, man. But yeah, I can talk again. So that's why we're making a video. So hi. It's been a minute. Uh, yeah, so I took the advice of worry about your health. And so yeah, that's why I've been MIA, unable to do shit. So yeah, now that I can talk, Vic, is he worth summoning for, right? Because like Goldie is like a no brainer, but Vic is an interesting one because yeah, he's weird, very much so. So let's just hop on into this. So starting out with his active skill and chain combo, let's boost this up and boost that up, boom boom. Put that right there, and yeah, BT0. So these two, they don't matter with Vic. If I'm being completely honest, they really don't matter because the chain combo will target any three enemies no matter where they are, and then the active is no matter again where they are, it just attacks, and then it goes by these conditions: a little far bar, the enemy with the most status marks, Micah, the enemy with the lowest health, and Lutumi out, the most distant enemy. Now, the only thing that's important about all this, right, is these conditions right here because this determines how your little animals will attack. So, yeah. Now, similar to Constantine, a character who loves to be against literally one enemy by themselves because he will bully the hell out of them, Vic is the exact same way. In most fights, you won't really use Vic because the targeting goes based off of this. Like when you walk on blue tiles, animals will attack, and they go off of this. So, three different animals, all doing 30% damage of your attack, going off of these conditions right here was how they will attack all the enemies. So very random. It's really hard to control. The only one you could possibly control is the marks one. But at the same time, there aren't really many people who apply marks because most enemies just say we don't care about dot, which also hurts it quite a bit. But through recent, things going on in the game, we actually do now have a character who can allow Vic to get this condition met. Because also, if we went into his equipment scale and we set it to the max, we can also see that the final damage for these guys is increased by 10% if certain conditions are met. So yeah, the conditions are now more easily able to be met in all circumstances. So yeah, great upgrade for Vic in that case. But let's just talk about them. So Little Furball will get a damage increase if they have 4 status marks, at least 4 status marks. So yeah, getting that in the past was impossible damn near because literally it was either you run a character who had the insanity system to get that poison effect. That's not really the little weird, debuff, stack that up, or that was it because many bosses couldn't even be dotted, or debuffs in any way, shape, or form. You also had Bia, which was another, case you could use to get some of the. Well, no, you can only get one mark from her. Yeah, see, it was very hard in the match to get marks with Vic. It really was for that the little furball buff. Yeah, it was terrible. The bike is the easiest, which is just beat up enemy. They will eventually get there. So in a single target situation, this is the best because obviously once their health gets low enough, the damage just increases. And then Lutumi out to be far away from him. Now, when you walk over blue tiles with Vic, the animals will attack. If Vic will not attack, you will just set the end of the the pathing and just let the animal go crazy like a true Pokemon master. So yeah. And then if you walk on regular tiles, it will be Vic attacking. So the best case situations is you would just pair Vic up with blue tile people. Literally, you just converters. He loves converters. The more conversion, the better, because then he can just run on the tiles and get as much damage as possible. Put him at the end of your team so you can get the combo benefits and the highest multiplayer, and then let the animals go crazy. And then we have Rebecca in here because she is the saint who is saving Vic's whole status mark situation, because immersion is not countered by any boss, I believe, so far. You know, it's the only dot effect, quote unquote dot effect, that will allow you to put marks on every enemy. So as long as you have Rebecca and Vic, you can get the effect of, you know, get 4 immersion on the enemy and then you get that additional damage for a little furball. So yeah, quite helpful in that sense. So yeah, when it comes to building Vic's team, it's quite easy because as long as you have converters, he can do things. Like Vic plus converters equals big damage, honestly, because running the blue tiles, the animals go wild. The only problem is you're restricted to get the most possible damage out of it. Keep that in mind. For the most possible damage, he has to be against a single enemy. Single target, single enemy. So, you know, no multi-tile, none of that. He has to be against an enemy who is by themselves, who is a one-tile enemy. And then Vic will go crazy. But apart from that, he is alright. Like, truly, he is alright. Like, I'll put him on S minus because, you know, it's a very niche situation to where when Vic really shows off. So, yeah, but when he shows off is good. That's why it's like S minus, you know? It's like he isn't like a regular S, like he's barely getting into S because of the when I'm by myself against an enemy by themselves, I will bully them. But other than that, you will not see me do much. So yeah, that's how Vic's whole life is going right now. But apart from that, Vic's lore wise is pretty damn interesting. You know, he's a pretty cool character. He's an old man who looks young as shit, who has had a pretty effed up past, who just loves animals. So, you know, he's cool in that regard. So, you know, it just comes down to, I always say this, if you like the character, pull for him, because pulling for a character you like will always have more value than pulling for a meta character. Always, always, always. But in terms of like, is he really worth it? Not really. In terms of like, you know, using him really often. So yeah, just, you know, you do with the information what you will, but that's the whole whether you should pull for Vic. If you like him, sure. If not, and you're looking for like a broken character, then you know it's not really worth it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see how many videos I do until, you know, Mount Hills. We'll have to see on that one. But yeah, love you guys. See you in the next one, and bye bye.